The time has finally come to epoxy our floor. First step was to give the floor a basic wash, scrubbing any grease or oil stains. Next, we had to acid etch the concrete. This process helps ensure the epoxy will bond properly. I will say this was the most time-consuming part of the whole process, as we had to pressure wash the concrete 3 times to ensure all of the acid was removed. Shout out to my wife for helping out. I will say this is my first time doing epoxy, and I was a little nervous. Thankfully, Armor Epoxy included easy to follow instructions, and if I can do it, you can do it. After we mixed all our epoxy together, we went ahead and mixed up a tiny batch so that we could go ahead and work in our edges and get a feel for how much time we have to work with the epoxy. After that, we went ahead and mixed our first full batch of epoxy. We decided to do the shop floor in 2 stages. I will say once I got this first batch on the floor, I really wasn't sure this was going to be enough to cover half the shop. But once I started spreading it out, sure enough, it did cover half the shop. Now for the fun part. I'm aware that flakes might make it harder to find nuts and bolts that get dropped on the floor, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. And for batch number 2. After working with the first side, the second side was so much easier. I made sure to spread the product out better and got quicker at spreading it all out. One thing that really impressed me with this kit is that they had the perfect amount of everything. Perfect amount of flakes, perfect amount of epoxy, and we haven't started it yet, but the perfect amount of clear coat. There was no extra product and no shortage, just the right amount. With both sides done, we let it cure overnight, and then it was time to apply the military grade top coat. Now for the results. We went from this to this.